Devoted Consultant. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's video, interestingly enough, I put out a call on Instagram to see what topics you would like me to discuss. And overwhelmingly, masculine and feminine won out, although I will be making one for past lives and Akashic Records coming soon. So today we're going to talk about masculine and feminine. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about because I'm very passionate about this. I've done a lot of internal work on balancing divine masculine and divine feminine. We are all essentially made up of both energies. And, everything actually in the entire universe consists of these two energies. We can also call it the yin and the yang. From a whole human perspective, I'm going to start calling it whole human as opposed to just spiritual, because I think it's time that we start thinking about spirituality as just part of being human. The Big Bang, in fact, was God or source dividing into masculine and feminine. So my favorite assignment of qualities for masculine and feminine actually come from Teal Swan. For masculine, this is action, direction, movement, responsibility, strength, focus, fatherhood, the sun, generosity, encouragement, material abundance, clarity, intellect, energetic vibrancy, dense, more solid and hard, transformation and growth. And now for feminine, the sort of best way we can put these qualities is restoration, life, renewal, creation, birth, healing, receptivity, openness, motherhood, nurturing, love, understanding, compassion, insight, intuition, wisdom, softness, calm, forgiveness, the moon, connection, harmony, and sensuality. So regardless of your gender, how you were born, or how you identify, we all have inherent masculine and feminine qualities. We find ourselves in alignment most when our internal masculine and feminine are balanced and in the light. Now, when I say in the light, this is to mean in full awareness with love and value for these qualities. So let me say that again. So in the light, in my perspective, is basically shining a light on something, being fully aware of it, and beholding it with love and value, putting value on these qualities. So we are born into a family, all of us, for the most part. Your internal balance of masculine, your own masculine and your own feminine, really comes from the foundation of your family and your upbringing, how your parents related to their own masculine and feminine. So this is really just to kind of give you like a background. This is kind of like the ideal. We both have both qualities. Now, let's get real, because we know in the world today this is a sort of a difficult thing to comprehend when we have so much going on between the masculine and the feminine. In case you haven't noticed, we're in a time of very strong toxic masculinity, which I also call shadow masculine. So I want to talk a little bit about femininity and womanhood and femaleness in the world today. There's a lot going on. There was a viral video recently about the pressures of being a woman. It was a poem by someone named Camille Rainville, and it was read by Cynthia Nixon. So I just want to talk about that for a second. I think it was a brilliant video. I think a little bit hypocritical because it was a fashion film. Whatever, love fashion, but I think you understand what I'm saying. But it still had amazing representation of what women endure on a daily basis. The director was quoted as saying that this was all about female empowerment. Personally, I think the strongest message for female empowerment, it has to come from within. uh, as I kind of say in all my videos, like no one else can empower you. That empowerment has to come from within. We are huge, powerful, sovereign beings. We're only affected by what we allow and what we internalize. If on a subconscious level we accept that we're weaker, we're going to find ourselves in situations that reflect this. If we accept that we must appease a certain beauty ideal that is not set by ourselves, we'll find ourselves objectified. Again, no one is doing this on purpose. This is all very subtle and it's very subconscious. The bottom line is that we have internalized misogyny. The truth is, I was, and still kind of am, a very angry feminist, especially when a lot of things were brought to light. But I had to heal myself inside, and I had to kind of find a new perspective. But as part of my own healing of my internal feminine, I discovered a lot of core beliefs about myself hating women. I felt scared of women. I felt jealous of women. I felt in competition with women. I traced that back to some of the women in my family who kind of behaved as though other women were always the enemy. An enemy who threatened their own happiness, threatened their marriage, threatened their own idea of their own beauty, threatened their family. In fact, I kind of like reflecting on this. This is really what they thought about themselves subconsciously. I've also witnessed a lot of friends engage in the objectification of other women with heavy judgment and criticism, or not being or not doing the right thing. And I felt that myself as well. I think I didn't understand how so many women willingly went along with certain ways of life, with the overwhelming evidence that the world's biggest religions, governmental systems, economic systems, academic systems see us as inferior. None of these systems were built by us or with us in mind. So I just didn't understand how women could kind of like go along with that. In my perspective, feminine today is also in shadow. In society and cultures, we assign certain qualities as valuable and not valuable. And this has been overwhelmingly male, masculine qualities. We live by this. We teach our young this. These masculine qualities, we needed them. We needed structure. We needed focus. We needed direction. But the masculine has been in shadow for a very, 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 very long time. And the balanced feminine will be what exposes it. And by exposing, I mean bring it to the light, not just exposing it. Now, this is not about women rising up and dominating men. Masculine, as it's in this shadow or toxic stage, it needs healing. So let me say that again. It needs healing. People of all genders have to find appreciation, first and foremost, for true, divine, feminine. The soft, the quiet, the caring, the nurturing, the communication, the connection. We have to value these things. Giving value to it and loving the side of ourselves and everyone else's softer sides. Let's say you're a man. You're born into this world where emotion is the enemy. You cannot show any softness for fear of being beaten or bullied. You've been trained to reject your inner feminine. And the parts of you that nurture or connect on a deeper level, these parts were broken down, they were fractured, or they were just plain killed off. So your masculine was encouraged by shadow masculine. That's how it was raised. And we see the results of that everywhere we look. So let's say you're a woman. Your inherent sensitivity likely has not been valued by someone, and the only value you may have gotten is if someone was taking that from you and taking advantage of it or getting benefit from it. Because of the disconnection of divine feminine and the distorted view of women in general, we have also taken on shadow and internalized misogyny. Let's see how I'm doing on time. Oh, shit. The basis for finding balance in the world of feminine and masculine is to heal and balance and value all that is your internal divine masculine and all that is your internal divine feminine. It doesn't matter if you're gay or straight. It doesn't matter if you're man or a woman, bisexual or trans. Your own appreciation for the divine qualities internally and addressing your own preconceived ideas about men and women, addressing them and healing them. In general, this is going to create the balance, and this is going to actually affect others. It could affect them negatively, but it's all for the best so that they can actually step into their own power and see yours along the way as an example. The final word is to all the women out there. It sucks, but we have to be bigger. We have to heal our internal feminine and masculine, and then we need to live in the soft. We need to support men because they're severely wounded and they're imbalanced and they have no idea how to integrate healthy feminine. We're the sensitive ones. We can show them how to do this. We might get angry and overwhelmed, but we're the ones who are equipped to do this, okay? So, let's teach our brothers and sisters how to be both, how to appreciate and value both. Then we can move into a time and space where divine masculine and divine feminine complements and supports each other. So that is all for today. I'd love any comments. So if you want to continue this discussion, I would love to talk to you about this. Please, add a comment below. Please like and subscribe. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Have a great week.